Okay, so we got the Windrower loaded up. I wasn't able to get the head for it or the trailer. It's got a trailer actually for the head too. I may have to just make another whole trip for that, but that means 3 trips back and forth, because then I'll have to leave my skid steer here for that too. So we're going to get this home first, get it unloaded, see what kind of mess we run into, but I'm hoping that the engine turns over. Can't tell nothing by that. Of course, that's the clutch anyways. I think she's stuck, which wouldn't be surprised. Water pump's free. The engine's got oil in it. Maybe that don't need to bounce off and go down the road. That's been uncovered, but at least it's at a 90, so hopefully between being in the trees and stuff, it hadn't got just a whole lot of water in the crankcase or on top of the pistons. I'm not even seeing any in that, so that's a good sign. Usually there'll be some milkiness on the dipstick, so hopefully it's there's no water in it. And then the other hope is it didn't have just straight water in it and freeze and crack and break the block or the head. But I would love to just get this thing running and driving. It'd be so cool to drive around the neighborhood in this thing. Take all the unnecessary stuff off we don't need, these idlers and pulleys and things, all these arms. Just have the I bet you this thing's 6-volt too. Even, well, it's got to have this because that's for the drives. I guess that's a slip clutch, like a differential. I see some brake pad there not attached, but it had hydraulics on it because I got a couple of hydraulic cylinders in the truck. They look like they were power up, gravity down. So it had a little bit of hydraulic power. I'm sure these are chain drive. Throw some old, probably 16-inch tires on them. Yep, 750 16s. And get all that box off. Get the little console fixed up a little nicer. Get the engine running, and we'll go from there. So let's get this thing home so we can get back and get my skid steer. We'll see y'all in a bit. Okay, now we gotta see how we're gonna get this off. Hopefully we don't flip it over. I don't think it will. We gotta get all these chains and stuff off, and then I may strap it to the fence. See if we can just ease it off. Let's get all the chains off and we'll go from there. Guys, I wish I'd have recorded that. That thing unloaded so smooth. This is what surprised me. Still got the air compressor running. The tires are holding air. Check that out. This one, those two, that one, and that one are holding air. That one tire would not air up. But the rims on these things ain't rotted at all. So I should be able to just go get 4 16-inch tires and one, I don't know what this one is. It's probably it may be a 16. Nope, it's a 15. So I can get one 15-inch tire and 4 16s, and yeah, get this thing rolling. This belt may or may not last long. I'm gonna have to have that for the speeds on the drive. I gotta free all this stuff up. It does have hydraulics, so right down there, that pulley runs a little small, see that little aluminum pump right there, Alcoa. And what that does is there's a steel line right here, and it transfers to rubber. There's a cylinder that mounted there, and I have them. And that steel line comes here to another rubber and another mount, and those are your 2 hydraulic cylinders for raising and lowering the Windrower. So I don't think I'm going to have that part or get it. It's just too far gone. It's just scrap metal. and I'll probably cut them tabs off and block this off. I may rebuild them cylinders just for the heck of it later to make a video out of, but the big thing is getting all this stuff freed up. And there's the drive here for the Windrower. Oh, it does turn. Well, that's getting all cut off anyways. This will come off. Anything that I'm not using is going to come off. Build a new battery tray. I've seen newer model vehicles that had less of a battery tray left in them than that. That's crazy. Then it's got all these brakes and clutches. I think that's the actual drive. And there's a differential in here. And then these are your brakes and stuff for steering. Love that coupler. I'll have to spray everything down super good. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the hydraulic pump yet. I may leave it on there and make some type of fork just for driving and picking stuff up. I already have 2 good pivots here. I think I have both the taps. I got one in the truck, and I believe that's the other one. Yeah. So I could rig up some kind of way to got some extra cutters, big old washer, a potato peeler. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think that'd peel a potato very good. But another tooth. But yeah, these, I'm pretty sure these are chain drive, just for the simple fact that if they had bearings and gears in there, you'd see some bearing housings. Unless it's, no, it has to be, because there's no way. I guarantee you there's a sprocket here and one on the end, and there's a chain drive, and so, under this cover is probably some type of tensioner for the chains. We'll get into them too and see what all's there. This will probably be cut off. The steel line will go away. That we'll leave this cover on there because that covers all that rotating stuff. And this might be a good place to put another seat for people to ride on. I intend on having this thing running and driving and making it where we can use it in parades and stuff. I think this is just the coolest looking thing of anything I've ever got before. It is. Oh, okay, so this is a housing. It starts here. There's a plate that goes in, and these gearboxes are full of oil. We'll get a new sight glass for that, but obviously if there's oil leaking out, there's still oil in it. The engine, I don't know yet. We're gonna have to get this unstuck and see if we can get the engine unstuck. And it may not even be stuck all that hard. I probably got a socket big enough to fit over that nut right there. Even got a place for a hand crank, which we're not doing. The only thing that worries me is I just saw this valve cover breather's missing, so it's been raining in that over the years. I bet you the engine's stuck good. I just hope and pray I can get it running. With any luck, worst case scenario, we pop the head off and clean it up and go from there. But you never know. It might turn over. Might have some valves stuck, but it might turn over. There's a firing order. It's an international engine. I don't know if you can see that. I'll be dang. Look at that old coil. Hood and everything's intact. Let's see if there's any water in it. I doubt it very seriously. Wouldn't that be some shit if it still had coolant in it? That hose is gone. If it does, hopefully it's... Oh no, but there's ants in there. How the heck did y'all get in there? Anyways, first thing first, we're gonna have to see about getting the engine unstuck. If it even is, we'll get the valve cover off, see what that looks like, and start getting parts for the engine to make it run. And if we get it running and driving, we'll, like I said, we'll strip all this stuff off and make a cool little rig to ride around on, huh? Old Zenith carb. I think I got a rebuild kit for that. Look at that. They didn't take an exhaust. Ain't busted up like they've been froze. Generator's not stuck. Ow! Whatever that was, it just cut the crap out of me. Or stuck something in my finger. But yeah, all these bands look good. That one in the middle over there is twisted. I imagine the bolt broke or something. But that's good, they're there. We can fix that. Need to drag it around with a skid steer and see if all this stuff turns. But yeah guys, so there we go. It's home. Now I gotta go all the way back out there and grab my skid steer. Fun. Later.